Schedules, tasks, checklists, and obligations often fill the majority of our waking hours, especially during the workday. We become consumed by the expectations of our world and the promise that if we work hard enough, do all the right things, and make the best choices, we'll eventually be rewarded with something more meaningful. As we toil away at our day-to-day life, our days begin to blend together, an amalgamation of hopes and dreams for a someday that will be more relaxing, more fulfilling, finally purposeful. What comes to mind when you consider your purpose? When do you dream of a fulfilling life? Often, the abstract, amorphic idea of a fulfilling life is mercurial, changing and morphing with the idea of who we feel we should be or how we feel we should contribute to the world. The idea of embodying a purpose and living a fulfilling life is grand and momentous. Our life is comprised of moments, days, months, and often seems inconsequential as we experience them. These moments can begin to feel bland, blending into the background of our responsibilities, forming, at best, a blurry picture of the meaning of our lives. We attribute our lack of purpose or fulfillment to these daunting daily tasks that distract us from the real meaning of our lives. However, as C.S. Lewis wisely says, a great thing, if one can, is to stop regarding all the unpleasant things as interruptions of one's own or real life. The truth is, of course, that what one calls the interruptions is precisely one's real life. Imagine for a moment an intricately created, beautiful wall tapestry. The patterns of the tapestry wind and flow with the artwork, creating an enchanting tangle of colors, shapes, and patterns. As remarkable as the patterns are, they are not, however, the essence of the tapestry. The tapestry is crafted through millions of intentional stitches, one after the other, a deliberate and mindful creation. On their own, any of these threads would be inconsequential and uninspiring, much like the everyday toil of life. It isn't until millions of threads come together that you begin to see the stunning purpose of each thread. Similarly, our lives can feel unfulfilling and meaningless when we are engaging in the daily work of threading the tapestry of our lives. We become blinded by the desire for the full picture of our purpose, the grand culmination and fruition of our work. We forget to admire the thread currently in our hand, the purpose that we are fulfilling right now. When we recenter ourselves around the daily fulfillment of our purpose, our daily work becomes colorful, sharper, and more inspiring. As Ianla van Sant says, anything and everything you have experienced has been purposeful. It all brought you to where you are now. Purpose is not, innately, a distant sense of fulfillment in your life, but rather a characteristic of your existing life waiting patiently and dormantly to be noticed. The act of cultivating a purpose in each thread, each day of your life, begins through mindfulness in each of your actions, choices, and engagements with those around you. By taking a moment to notice the intentionality behind each of your actions, you begin to cultivate a deeper appreciation for the daily threads you weave. Take a moment to center yourself. Before you begin a task that feels empty or a project that feels unfulfilling, breathe in. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Breathe out. What values do those choices reflect? Breathe in. How are these choices part of the larger tapestry of my life? Breathe out. How do these choices resonate in your mind, body, and spirit? These questions can be applied to choices as seemingly inconsequential as what household chore to focus on first, or as pivotal as the decision to take on a new responsibility at work. Every day, every action in your life has a purpose, if you allow yourself to see it.